Bonafide Hustler here, and we're gonna start up another general thrift vlog. This is a vlog where we basically buy and resell used items that we find from Facebook, garage sales, and even thrift stores. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris the Bonafide Hustler coming to you live from this inside of small spaceship. We are on the way, actually, on this day, Sunday, we're actually on the way to go check out a couple garage sales. I went garage selling yesterday. There's a vlog for that. You'll probably see it on my channel. But today, Sunday, every now and then on a Sunday, I'll look around and be like, all right, if there's some garage sales to see, I'm gonna go check them out. So we're gonna see what we're gonna find here on this vlog and, you know, just general stuff, flipping items. If you're enjoying this kind of stuff, then make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you get the free guide. It's the first link down below. That would really help. It'll teach you some items to start looking for. And yeah, we're gonna have a dandy old time. So I'm gonna go 20 minutes down the road and get to this first garage sale. Okay, I think the garage sale is right here. I don't know what to expect, but it was something on a Sunday morning. I'm gonna give it a whirl, check it out. There's actually fireworks right here. Well, I got the fireworks. So it's a bunch of sparklers and poppers, and there's even a really cool sparkling big tank looking thing right here, which, you know, you go to a fireworks stand, you're gonna pay like 10 or 20 bucks just for this thing alone. So anyway, so decided to get into it for $5, and this is good for the neighborhood. We live in a cul-de-sac, and the kiddos like messing with these sparklers. And it's just fireworks, dude. I buy fireworks from garage sales when I find them, and they're good deals. That's just what it is. Now, the lady did wheel out a bike after I asked if there was anything like, you know, bike related here. So she wheels out a bike that I think she wanted $150 for, but the problem was, and I didn't get it on video because she had to pull it out. The problem was the bike was unbranded. It was a no-name frame, and so at that point, the bike is inherently kind of worthless, you know? So I had to pass on that. But outside of that, I mean, if the bike was branded, probably would have been a good deal, but it wasn't. All right, so I got to the place where the next garage sale is, and they're not even ready, and it's kind of like, I don't even know what's going on. There's like 2 empty tables at the front, and they're really small. That's just not my style. I mean, if you're not prepared to do your garage sale, like, why post it? And I'm only 5 minutes early, and there's nothing outside. That's just messed up. So I think I'm gonna go hit a workout and then maybe go hit another garage sale, but we'll see what we can get into today. I have to be home in about 3 hours to sell a bike, which we'll put on this vlog, and we'll see what else we can get ourselves into. So I'm outside of the gym, and it is 8 a.m. on a Sunday, but you know, Sunday garage sales are hit or miss. It's like a 50-50, right? 50% chance I'll make, I don't know, an extra $200 or $500, you know, just from a Sunday garage sale, 2 or 3, you know, kind of house kind of deal, or it ends up being nothing, which is fine because I always end up planning other things no matter where I am in town, and that way it's not really a loss. Does that make sense? So I like going to Sunday garage sales. It's way less competition. It's just, I don't know, it's pretty relaxing, it's pretty fun. And then, you know, usually I'll have a bike on top of the car, or I'll be heading to a workout or something like that. I just realized this garage sale flannel just now in this video, I just realized, look how short this thing is. That's yeah. Look where the arm cuff goes. I like it, but I think I'm gonna have to like donate it because it's a little on the short side, right? This is some Gymboree stuff right here. Extra small. That's my view on a Sunday garage sales. They're usually further apart from each other too. But if I see any more than 2 decent ones, like I'll probably go out, but I'll put a bike on top of the car, or I'll get my workout gear ready, or I'll have my hiking boots, you know, ready for a trail hike or something like that. That way it's like not all time is lost on a Sunday. Now Saturday, totally different story. If you have garage sale gold mine, you know that I like, you know, really heavily planning out Saturdays and really hitting it hard. So that's a totally different strategy in and of itself. We're further along in the day, and it's time to sell a Bob stroller that we found at a garage sale about 3 weeks ago for 30 bucks. And it's sitting right here. It's a Bob Flex 3.0. It's actually a really awesome stroller, 2019 model, and I think we can get it moved for $250 cash, and I have to meet someone at Randall's before I go to this one coffee shop to meet up with my friends. So that's 15 minutes away. Let's see if we can get this thing sold. All right, so I'm at the parking lot, and it's time to hopefully sell this stroller that is in its compact position right now. And I'll put a picture right here of what it looks like when it's expanded out and everything. Now, the Bob Flex 3.0 is just a little bit nicer than the Bob Revolution series. It's just I don't know, it's like an upgraded one. Everything's a little bit nicer. The handle is nicer. It pivots up and down too, which is cool. So brand new, these things are like 550 bucks all the way up to like 650. So I figure, you know, selling one for 250 that's in really good condition, it's kind of a deal to somebody out there that wants to save money. All right, we got the cash. The stroller's being put into that cart right there. And we made 220 bucks on that flip. That's pretty good. I've been talking about Bob strollers for quite a while, but they've made better models. And so that's a perfect example of, you know, cash out of thin air right there, just for picking one up at a garage sale. Pretty awesome. But yeah, we made 220 on that deal. 220 sharp cheddar. At a Goodwill today, right? This was 16 bucks out the door, 16.23. And these are some Dan Post studded weathered boots. Really cool colorway. These are women's, 9. Should be able to get north of 100 for these all day, with most of this kind of style selling for about 120 to 199 if it comes around to looking kind of like this. So yeah, pretty cool looking boots, and that was 16 bucks at a Goodwill. Also 16 bucks at a Goodwill, these Ultra Lone Peak 4 mids, and these are pretty neat. These are basically rain, snow and mud. They're called RSM series, and so rain, snow, mud, waterproof. They can accept gaiters as well, which is cool. They have gaiter traps on them. But this is made by Ultra, and Ultra is really known for having shoes that have a very wide toe box and usually close to 0 drop in the arch. So anyway, pretty cool looking shoe. This was about 16 bucks as well, and shooting for about 100 or north of 100 for these. Size 13, very strong size. I'm on the way to the gym to get a smashing workout done, and yesterday on eBay sold an Osprey Talon 22. It's like a small backpack. I found this at a Goodwill like 2 weeks ago. I think it was around 10 or 15 bucks. We got it sold for $94.50 on an offer on a $110 asking price. So pretty cool, and the picture is somewhere on the screen. But yeah, Osprey makes really good backpacks, and if you're out there, you mean Patagonia, Osprey, some North Face, those are pretty safe bets when you're dealing with backpacks. Of course, the best backpack to buy and resell, I think, but it's super rare, would be something like a CC Filson or a Hyper Light backpack. But anyway, pretty good sale, and we'll see where the rest of this day takes us. For along of the day, we have to open up this pre-boxed item already that was kind of destined for eBay and to be sold on eBay, but I also cross-listed it on Facebook Marketplace. Now, you know that I always preach to cross-list items because this can happen where, you know, on eBay I was asking about $119 for this item with the hopes of getting like a $90 or $100 offer, and then I listed it locally for 60 bucks, and someone's coming with 60 cash for this $1 item that I found at a garage sale 2 weeks ago. Here it is. And these are Sorel Joan of Arc boots. You might have remembered seeing this at a garage sale. I paid $1, maybe $2, but I think $1 for these. They were sitting at a community-wide garage sale that was close to my neighborhood. So yeah, time to get them out of the box. And these are basically winter boots, you know, with some faux fur right there. Very good condition. Can't believe this is at a garage sale. You should be picking this stuff up. This is actually in Shoes to Bucks too, this specific model of boot. Pretty cool. So someone's coming in about 7 minutes to my house with $60 cash to buy these right here. I'm waiting for this person to come down the cul-de-sac, and I realized we have not put up the birdhouses yet. We need to do that. We're gonna put them, and I think we're gonna put them on that limb right there. But the crazy part is, I already have birdhouses from garage sales, and I have no birds in there. But someone told me that if you put painted birdhouses up, that it really doesn't work very well. They want normal birdhouses. So I think this is gonna do better, but we still have to get them up into the tree. Project that I did work on recently was putting all these little lights up, which are super cool at nighttime. So got them at a garage sale for like $3. I mean, they just go all the way up and down this tree. For the backside, all the way here. It's really nice at nighttime out here. Oh yeah, there they are right there. You can see it. So yeah, anyway, you know, turning $1 or even $2 into 60 for these boots, they're sitting right here. I mean, that's a really good return. And it took literally just buying them and then making a stupid listing. That was it. Oh, here comes a person coming down the cul-de-sac. I think this is our buyer right here. What's up? How are you? And literally 30 seconds later, we have $60 cash. Same day, and also, you know, this sold today on eBay, $100. I think it's $11 to ship it off. I bought them for, I think, $10 to $15. There are some LLB and shearling boots in here. I'll put a picture right there. We have to get down that street and find a postman technically I have to ship it off by tomorrow. But hey, you know, like I'm gonna go ride my mountain bike, exiting the neighborhood. I may as well bring it with me just in case I do find, you know, USPS person. That way it'll just be a little quicker to get to the actual buyer. Okay, so we're 2 days down the road, and yesterday, which was actually Sunday, I went to garage sales, surprisingly, because my neighborhood had some leftover ones from the neighborhood-wide garage sale. And I actually found some cool stuff. 3 things, or maybe less than 3 things, but I think 3 things. One of the items is in the back of the house, like in the backyard. But this is what I bought. So I spent in total, I think, $40. All right, a mirror that looks like this, nothing crazy. It actually does have an IKEA sticker on the back of it. So I'm gonna take that off for sure. And I'm gonna put this in the booth for like, you know, 35 to 50 bucks. I think someone will buy that for sure. Probably the biggest win out of yesterday, besides the other item I'll show you, is this. This is a nomadic travel bag. It's called the Travel Pack. It's really awesome. This was at a garage sale for 20 bucks on a Sunday morning. Remember this brand right here. It's a little bit more of a newer brand, but a lot of entrepreneurs and podcasters love it. So pretty cool backpack, and you can pack a little stash of clothes in there. It's expandable. Pretty cool bag, and I think that'll sell for about 100. The other item is actually this right here, and this is a pit bike, right? It's a 16-inch wheel Dyno VFR pit bike. This is what people call it in the BMX industry. So this is like a retro BMX, but it's a 16-inch wheel bike, and it will probably sell for I think 100 bucks, but a possibility of 200 bucks because pit bikes are a little bit collectible when it comes to vintage or retro BMX. Saturday when I went to garage sales, I picked this up right here for 10 bucks. There's a little sticker. But yeah, and this actually already sold. So it's sold a day later for $68 on an $80 offer. Now it is new, but it's an open box. You can see it still has the sticker on the remote right there. So the person originally offered me 45, I declined it, 57, declined it, then they bumped it up to 68, and I let it go for $68. Now, could I have got, you know, 80? Maybe, but 68 is good for a $10 remote. Harmony 665, these universal remotes are pretty cool. And this is actually one of the, you know, like the bottom tier ones. Like the other ones sell for crazy money, but this one is actually brand new. So that's gonna have to be boxed up right now. We're gonna have to get this shipped off to the buyer. Okay, so we're at the same day, and I think now someone's interested in buying a $6 Strider bike from me for 50 bucks cash. Now this Strider I got from, I think, a Savers, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, tiny little Strider bike, let's get it out. Keep it on the side of my house, Strider 12. And there we go, very basic, you know, thrifted find right there. Not much to it. I buy them in good condition only, and they don't require any air in the tires or anything like that. $50 cash. Hopefully we'll get this thing sold pretty quick. I think there's a truck coming down the cul-de-sac right now. Get this thing sold. Here we go. Just like that, we have 50 bucks. Clean bikes to bucks. Okay, so we're at the next day, and a bike that I found about 2.5 weeks ago, I think at a Savers, but it could be a Goodwill. Actually, it was a Goodwill. I think I bought this bike for 15 plus tax, and I think we can sell it for 120, maybe 100. So this bike is actually a kid's bike, and it's nothing super special, but brand new. This bike's around $300 to $350. So selling it for 1 or 120, it's actually a really good deal for the buyer. And this is specialized rip rock, but this is the rip rock with the actual handbrake and the coaster brake. So it's got coaster brake. When you pedal backwards, it brakes. It also has the handbrake so that the little kiddos can start understanding how the actuation of a handbrake works. It's a pretty cool bike, and yeah, this was a 15 plus tax at a Goodwill, and hopefully we'll sell for 120 here in a second. Okay, I gave the guy $15 of change, and he gave me 140 bucks cash. And little bikes to bucks, but kids bikes to bucks. That's a good deal. We're at the next day. I'm at the USPS loading dock. Sold a pair of $10 Hunter boots. I found it at a garage sale 10 days ago, and we sold them for, I think, 80 on an offer, maybe 85. I think 80 on an offer, $12 to ship it off. And yeah, not too bad. Hunter boots, they were gloss green. All right, I woke up like 30 minutes ago because someone wants to come check out a bike that I bought at a garage sale with my girlfriend about 3 weeks ago, 20 bucks. And we have a chance of selling it for 180 cash, which will be amazing. Decided to entertain that the first thing in the morning. And let's go look at the bike. So there it is. There's a Jamis Beatnik Cruiser. It's a single speed cruiser. Nothing crazy, steel frame, 56 centimeter, you know, it's gonna basically a medium large. and it's in good condition. This was at a garage sale for 20 bucks. I almost passed on it, but you know, decided because of the color, we could get this thing sold for sure. Okay, it looks like the person's pulling up right now. Let's get it sold. So the bike actually sold for 200. I didn't remember that I kept it at 200. I thought I'd put it down to 180. But yeah, we have $200 cash right here. So we made a $180 profit on that $20 bike, a garage sale bike. Only 3 weeks ago too. That was a good bike sale earlier, and now I found a free listing, or a listing that's free, Facebook Marketplace, for a Strider 14X bike. And a 14X bike Strider, at least the worst case scenario, can sell for 60 bucks, but all the way up to like 100 bucks. So I'm gonna try to pick this thing up, and I'm 2 minutes away from the house. So let's see what this Strider 14X looks like. All right, I picked up the free Strider 14X. This is a cool bike because you can get a piece to it that goes under here, and it then involves pedals and cranks and everything, and then you can put an actual like gear on it and stuff like that. So interesting kind of bike right here. It's actually a scoot bike, technically the way it is. You always find them with the seat all the way up, so I'm gonna put the seat all the way down. Probably flip this thing in like 2 weeks for like 80 bucks. That's what I'm thinking. So when you deal with kids bikes, there are probably 4 brands you want to know about: Specialized, Trek, Woom, and Strider. There you go. Pretty easy to make money with those 4 brands. Okay, we gotta end this vlog here in 1 second, but that Dynamat stuff that I just bought from a Goodwill, this is a sealed box and has like 36 or so kind of square feet, so basically 9 sheets of Dynamat. Now this is basically acoustic deadening stuff for a car usually. So if you're into car audio, and a lot of people are into car audio, it's the leading kind of sound deadening stuff out there for car audio. Dynamat. This is extreme Dynamat too. Anyway, this was at a Goodwill for 25 bucks. This was a sealed box of 36 square feet. I think I can move this thing for like 180 locally and about maybe 220 on eBay. It's sealed and it has glue on the bottom part. I couldn't even like open up the box. It was factory glued shut. So that's a good deal. And this is where this vlog ends, and I hope you enjoyed everything about it. And if you did, then put a like and put a comment. I want to read all the comments. And I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Goodbye.